Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen from In the Kitchen with Queen. And I know that I initially said that we would not come back with an episode until I had the whole production team here and we were on the set of In the Kitchen with Queen. Well, if you follow me on Queen Attribute, you know that I will cook in my kitchen. It's just chaotic. It's not a lot of space. But this particular recipe, I really wanted to show. Today we're cooking a lemon lime lobster with a cheesy mash. Sounds fattening, huh? Well, it may be a little fattening, but we'll get into that in a minute. So the first thing you're going to do is take one lobster tail, and this one is 3 ounces. Now, depending on what diet you're doing, you can, if you're on a diet, you need to do 3.5 ounces to 4 ounces of meat. Now, it only came in 3 ounce, so that's why we're going with 3 ounce. To maintain weight, you should as well do 4 ounces. So the first thing we're going to do is take this lobster tail and split it down the back, which is the hardest part. Be really careful, guys. So you actually, first thing you can do is put your knife here, put it at the top, and push. That's the first thing you're going to do, is split the lobster tail. Now, I'm surprised mine split so easily because it was frozen and I actually did a quick thaw. So, your lobster should be split right there. So, people fix lobster differently. This is how I'm going to do mine. I'm going to season with a little salt in the inside, a little pepper in the inside, then I'm going to flip it over on the bottom as well and do a little salt and a little pepper, because I have to admit that my little greedy butt gets to sucking on the lobster part that you don't eat, just getting the flavor out. So, if you guys have ever watched an episode of mine, you know I love my steamer, which I have plugged up over here. So we are going to steam this lobster. So let's go ahead, and I'm over here at the steamer, and I already have it on. And I lift the top and release some of the steam. Be careful not to get burned. And you're just going to sit it in there and put the top back on. Now, the next thing we're going to do is actually turn the oven on bake on 350 degrees, and then turn the eye on with 1.5 cups of boiling water for, guess what? Some cauliflower. That's right. So we want that cauliflower the water to go ahead and boil. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt in that water. This is a great time to season your water. And I'm going to grab my cauliflower. Now, what I did do was I bought a bag of frozen cauliflower, and I am going to do it all. It's a 16-ounce bag. You guys know I'm a Publix fan. And we're going to go ahead and open that. And yes, I did use the same knife. It's just on the plastic. It didn't touch the cauliflower vegetables. So what we're going to do is go ahead and pour this cauliflower into this water and put the top on it, and we're going to let that go for right now, okay? Now what we're going to do is prepare the sauce for the lobster. So the first thing we're going to do is get a little bowl, and we're going to sit it here. And we are going to use, and you're going to use a tablespoon. A tablespoon of butter. And it actually has markers on the butter where to slice. Now, don't forget, this is actually for your lobster. Then you're going to take a lemon, and you're going to roll it, and we're going to cut it in half. Now, holding it upside down, you're going to squeeze it over the butter, getting out all the excess juices. Squeeze. Yeah, good stuff. Do the same with a small lime. Get all. You see all the juice in this lime? It's great. Okay, set that over to the side. All right. In here, and I probably shouldn't put the salt and pepper up yet, a little bit of salt. We're going to say 1/4 of a teaspoon, as well as 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. And we're just going to sit this in the microwave. Now, how long do we microwave it for? How long? All right, guys. I have it on for a minute. You really just want the butter to melt, and then you just leave it sitting in there until the lobster actually gets done. Now, don't forget I have my cauliflower about to go on the back here. So, now what we're going to do is prepare the ingredients for the mash. You're going to take your onion, which my onion has always been sliced because I've been cooking with it. And let me actually get another knife, since that knife did cut the lobster. And we are going to slice this onion. And we're just doing one nice slice of onion. Just one nice piece. And I'm going to put that back into my Ziploc bag. Like so. Take the outside off of it, the not so good part of the onion. Throw it away. And then I'm going to, you hear my microwave going off? Just leave it sitting there, okay? I'm now going to slice up my onion. Okay? And you don't have to slice it up too tiny because of what we're actually going to do with this whole mixture. But just slice it up just a little bit into little bitty pieces. Then I have 2 cloves of garlic. You see? We just want to mash this. So, a lot of people tell you to take the back of the knife and pound it. That works. But for me, I don't want to get my hand cut, burned, or anything. So, I love using my mallet. So, I basically just take my garlic, put it here, hit it once, put it there, hit it twice, and I peel the garlic off. Alright, peel the garlic. See how easy that comes off? And now you have 2 cloves of garlic peel. And all you really want to do with this is you're going to cut it. Alright, grated up some Assaggio cheese. Assaggio cheese. I grated up 3 tablespoons of Assaggio cheese. So these are the things that you have. You have 1 slice of onion, and actually this is about 2 tablespoons once you chop it. You have 2 cloves of garlic chopped. Yeah, I got some cheese in my shirt. And then you have 3 tablespoons of Assaggio cheese. And once you have this, you are going to go ahead and set it to the side. Now I'm going to tell you, the cauliflower is cooking. The cauliflower has been cooking about 6 minutes. Now, normally you would steam a cauliflower, but in this particular case, the cauliflower needs to be really soft, so it's still cooking. Right here, you'll actually notice that I went ahead and took the lobster tail out. Now, I'm going to let you see the color of the lobster tail. The lobster only cooked about 8 minutes. And what I did, once the lobster got done, I tossed it in the butter mixture that we actually made. And it's actually just sitting in there chilling, waiting to be eaten. But you're going to toss it front and back and then let it sit. Now, what we are going to do, guys, we are going to get ready for the mash. Can you believe it? It's only been about probably 12 minutes altogether. And we're halfway there. So, what we are going to do is take our blender and we are going to blend this. So, in our nice little handy dandy blender, we are going to put a couple things. We're going to go ahead, we're going to drop in the garlic, and we're going to go ahead and drop in the onion. Now, we want to help out the cauliflower by doing it a little bit at a time, because this is a Black & Decker blender, but it's not one of the granddaddy blenders. So I'm going to go ahead and blend a little bit of it, and we'll come back and finish up. The cauliflower is done, and I went ahead and put it in a strainer and drained it. So we're going to go ahead and put it into the blender. And so it's relatively soft, guys. Like, really. And it needs to be so that it'll blend properly, okay? Now, it's not going to be really super smooth like potatoes, but it can be close to it. So we go ahead and put that into the blender. And for my little sorry blender, this is where the problem comes in at. Sorry, Black and Decker, I can't give your blender too many props. So let's see. Okay, that's mixed really well. Now you're going to notice that the aroma coming from this is like ridiculously good. That's that onion and that's that garlic coming from it. Now, what you're going to do, guys, is we're going back to our butter. Remember, we put a pat of the butter for the lobster sauce. Now we're going to turn around and do a pat of the butter, which is a tablespoon. A pat is a tablespoon. And we are going to drop it into our hot cauliflower mixture and puree it again. Okay, now I went ahead and started in that butter is in the hot cauliflower mixture, so it's melting up perfectly. Now, here is the next step. You guys ready? This is fantastic. We're going to take our oven-safe dish and go ahead and pour in our mixture, which is really creamy, guys. Can you look in there and see? It looks like mashed potatoes. And I'm sure you guys have heard of doing the cauliflower in place of the mashed potatoes before. This just takes it a few steps farther. A few steps and a lot more flavor. Okay, so it's all in the bowl. See? Like mashed potatoes. What's the next thing we're going to do, guys? Can you guess? Can you guess? All right. We are going to fold in our Assaggio cheese. Now, let's not forget it was a total of 3 tablespoons of Assaggio cheese. Now, if you like more, you can add more. That's the beauty about cheese. Now, just know that when you add more, you're not taking away from the health benefits, but you are adding fat. Fat is okay, but you don't want too much fat. So we fold in the actual Assaggio cheese. Let me taste it. Oh my God, it's really good. Now, for me, I like a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. And then I'm going to use my fork and stir that salt and pepper in. That's the only thing I can pick up on. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, the garlic makes it slightly spicy. I don't know if you know, fresh garlic has a tendency to be spicy. Next, you're going to take cheddar cheese, and this is mild cheddar cheese, and you're going to add about a cup. So, the way you're going to do it is you're going to take a half a cup first. And I have my half a little cup measuring device here. And you're going to fold it in with the 3 tablespoons of Assaggio. Fold that in. Guys, this stuff is so freaking good. It's so flavorful. You have no idea. Fold it in like so. And you're going to get it mixed really well. So you see lumps of cheese in it. You see? Leave it to me to want to taste everything. Then you're going to take the other half a cup of cheese and sprinkle it all over the top. And you don't want to lose any, so I'm putting mine back in that fell out. Don't want to lose any cheese. So, this is your mix. I'm going to pop it in the oven, and I will be back and show you the finished result.